Good day to this tutorial class. My name remains Oluwatunbi Blessing Olalekon, the founder of Michael Tech. Alright, so solving a problem on the screen, we'll be solving it in third angle orthographic projection, taking the direction of our front view from the direction of the arrow. Alright, so the very first thing we are going to do right here is to produce a thin horizontal line in this manner from here. Okay, I'm going to produce this thin horizontal line here first of all. Okay, after that I'm going to produce a perpendicular line to it from this junction like this. Okay, like this downward. Okay, after doing that, what is the next thing to do? Okay, the next procedure is from this midpoint here. Okay, I'm going to pick my compass and measure the distance of 10 mm, which is this. Okay, with this mark of 10 mm, I will stand at this junction. Okay, strike an arc at the top, bottom, left, and what, and right. Okay, so wherever that arc touches the horizontal line, I'm going to project them vertically like this right here. Then right here also I project this like this. So horizontal wise, I'm going to produce it like this, then like this. Okay, so after doing that, what is the next procedure? I'm going to produce my plan. Okay, let's start with our front view first of all, so as to make it easy. So my front view will be actually here, my plan will be here. Okay, and my end view will be what? My end view will be here. So to produce my front view, okay, so standing right here, standing right from this particular junction, I'm going to measure a mark of 180. First of all, mark of 180. So from here, mark of 180 towards my right hand side from this junction. So this is the mark of 180 right there. Okay, after marking that mark of 180, I'm going to measure mark of 64 from here. Okay, so from this junction, mark of 64 also, which is this. Okay, after the mark of 64, I'm going to measure a mark of 12, which is this mark of 12, which is that. Okay, so what else? Okay, after the mark of 12 here, I'm measuring mark of what? 25 next, which is this mark of 25. Okay, so after the mark of 25, that is going to be that. So I'm going to project each of those marks vertically like this. Okay, so this first mark here, I'm projecting this vertically like this. Okay, this also vertically like this. Okay, this also vertically like this. And this also, this last mark here, vertically, yeah, like this. Okay, so after drawing all of those areas, so our total height is going to be mark of what? Mark of 88. Picking my ruler from this junction also, I measure mark of 88 downwards. So this 88 right here. And I'm going to project it horizontally also. You see, across like that, horizontally. Alright, so after doing that, what is the next procedure for us? What's the next procedure for us? So midpoint of this height of 88 is going to be what? That's going to be 44. So let's locate that. So mark of 44, which is this, that mark of 44, we project it also horizontally like this. Okay, as you can see on the screen right there. Alright, so after doing that, what is the next step? So right here we have a mark of 32 here. That will be what? 16. So I pick my ruler. Okay, standing right here from this line, I measure 16 towards the top and 16 towards the bottom. That will be what? 32. So I'm going to project that horizontally to that mark of 64, which is this. So I project this like this down here, and I project this like this down here. But I'm going to project it very well to this other side here, horizontally like this, and project it towards my left hand side also very well like this. Okay, so after doing that, what's the next thing? So this area is diameter of 66. So from this main point now, from this junction, okay, mark of 66 will be what? 33 towards the top and 33 towards the bottom. So from this junction, I measure 33 towards the top and 33 towards the bottom is what? 66. 33 towards the bottom. So I project that horizontally very well, like this here. Do you see that? And like this also. All right. So what is the next procedure? Okay, the next procedure is, let me start bringing out my figure. So this, I'm going to thicken this like this. Okay, I'm going to thicken this from this area, okay, to the area like this. So take note, I'm thickening this from here down here. Can you see that? So I'm making this bold, I'm making this bold also, and likewise this area, I'm going to make this area bold and this area bold. Okay, can you see that? Okay, so likewise this mark of 25 here now, so this area I make it bold, I make this area at the bottom also bold. Okay, so and I'm going to what? Pull this down onto the bottom here. Okay, and likewise I'm going to pull this down to the bottom here like this. Okay, so what is the next thing I'm going to do here now? So at this junction here, okay, I'm going to pick my compass. So I'm having the first bus diameter 50. Diameter 50, that will be radius of what? Radius of 25. So with radius 25 on my compass, standing at this junction, do you see that? I draw this first circle. Yeah, I make it thick once and for all. Okay, I draw my first circle. After that, I'm having another circle there. Yeah, that one is called a counterbore. Okay, so that one is diameter 32. That will be radius what? Radius 16. So with radius 16, standing right here, I draw, I make it what? Visible, thick. Okay, then I'm having another one there, diameter what? Diameter 12. That will be radius what? Radius 6. Okay, with radius 6, which is this. Okay, standing at this junction, then I draw, I make it bold also. So now each of these circles that I draw here, I'm going to project them vertically upward. Project them vertically in what sense? So look, so from their circumference up, this also I project it up. This junction here, I project it what? Up. This junction here, I project it what? Up. This junction here, as you can see, I'm projecting it what? Up. Then this last junction here, I'm projecting it what? Up. Okay, having done that, what is the next procedure? So I'm going to pick my ruler now from the center here, okay, to this area. I'm going to what? Draw. Okay, can you see that? Then from this area also to this point, I'm going to what? Draw. All right, now we are told to indicate the hidden views. Okay, the hidden views. So how do we show the hidden views that are here? So if you look at other objects, so somewhere here we have a circle of diameter what? Diameter 12. Okay, and how do we get that now? So from the edge here, we have a mark of 26, which is this, which is the center of that circle. So from that center of 26, okay, I'm going to project that vertically first, so as to make you understand better. Okay, let's project that vertically first of all. Okay, with this thin line, okay, with my thin line, I'm going to project that vertically. Thin line, and that's this right here. So after drawing that, so now from this junction now, diameter 12, so I'm picking mark of 6 from that center towards my right, and mark of 6 towards my left, and I'm going to project them also vertically also. Okay, vertically also. All right, so after doing that, what's the next thing? So I'm going to now replicate it with my hidden details. So like this, it's going to come out this way right here, and this way right here. Okay, so that has been settled there. So as it is now, we have a complete what? We have a complete front view. So next is towards to get our plan. All right. So how do we get our plan? How do we get our plan? Okay. So the total width of our plan, looking at that object from the top, is what? 76. So standing right at this junction, I'm going to measure mark of 76 upwards, which is this. Mark of 76, which is this. I'm going to draw that horizontally. Okay. Project it very well beyond what I actually need. Can you see that? Can you see that? Okay. So now let's start tracing out our front, our plan here. Let's start tracing it out. Okay. Let's start tracing it out. So the very first part I'm going to actually pull out there is this. I'm going to make this bold like this from here. Okay. Then I'm going to draw this from this area to the top like this, and this area to the top like this. Right. Then I'm going to what? Enclose it right here like that. All right. So let's sort out this axis first of all. So from the top here, I'm having a mark of 22. So from this area, mark of 22. This 22. Okay. After the mark of 22, I'm having a mark of 32 also. Mark of 32. Okay. So from this mark of 22, mark of 32. This 32. Then from that mark of 32, I'm having another mark of what? 44. So maintaining 32, then going to what? 44, which is this. So each of those marks, I will project them horizontally. Okay, horizontally, like this on the first mark. Okay, make them thin line. Okay, like this on the second mark, and like this on the third mark. Okay, so the next thing for me to do right now is to pick my ruler. Okay, picking my ruler to this end here. Okay, I draw a straight line like this. Okay, do you see that? All right. So then at this bottom here, you see, look at that. So I'm going to draw this also. Yeah, I'm going to draw this like this to this junction right here. You see that? Okay. So after doing that, what is the next thing I'm going to do? The next thing I'm going to do is this. So this is our central line here. So I'm going to draw this from here like this. Okay. To the inside like this. Are you saying that? Then I'm going to what? Join this like this. Down here like this. Okay. And I'm going to cover this right here like this. So okay, so our countable 12, if you look at the question, they said countable, sorry, drill 12. Drill 12 is what? All true. And this is the diameter for the drill 12. Okay, so which is this? All true signifies that the whole is all true. So I'm replicating that like this. Okay, it's my hidden line like this, and right here also like this. Like this right here also. Okay. So why this one? We are told that what the depth is what? 3. So picking my ruler, okay, standing right at this junction, I'm going to measure mark of what? Mark of 3, which is this. That mark of 3, I will project it what? Horizontally. Horizontally like this. See? Like this horizontally. I project it horizontally. Okay, and the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pick my ruler and draw this like this faintly hidden line here. Also here hidden line, then and this direction is going to be what? Hidden like this. Okay, this area on our plan is what is settled. Now moving to this area here on our plan. So as you can see now, the next procedure is this. For us to get the complete plan view here, we need to actually project our end view first of all. And to project our end view, starting right here. Okay, the width of our end view is what? The total width there is going to be 76. So from here, I measure mark of 76, which is this. With this mark of 76 right here, I'm going to project it upwards. Okay, I'm projecting that upwards like this. All right, like that, upwards like that. So what is the next procedure now? The next procedure for me is to start bringing it out, to start figuring it out. Okay, so now this is the center line on our front view here. Okay, So I need to denote that center on this area. 76 divided by 2 is what? That is going to be 38. So I'm going to pick the mark of 38 right here now. Alright, so this is the mark of 38, and I'm going to project that also vertically. Mark of 38. I'm projecting that also vertically, which is going to be this, like this. Okay, it's going to be like this. So after doing that, what is the next procedure? So the next procedure for me is to pick my ruler. Alright, picking my ruler, I'm going to what? Sit right here comfortably like this. Okay, and what? Draw this towards the area like that. Right here, I'm going to what? Draw this also. Okay, I'm going to what? Draw this. Then I'm going to what? Draw this also. So what's next? What's next for me? So the next thing is I have a circle of diameter 66 right there. Picking your compass, measuring diameter 30, radius 33. With radius 33 on your compass, stand at this midpoint, this center line. Okay, standing right there, I draw. Make it bold. Make it bold, like as you can see on the screen right there. 33. Okay, so after that I'm having a diameter of 48 right there also. Diameter of 48. So that will be what? Radius what? Radius 24. With radius 24, standing right at this junction, I draw this like this. Okay, then I draw this like this. Okay, as you can see. So I make it bold from here to here. I make it bold from here to here. So having it in that order, I'm going to what? Pick my ruler and what? And join this from here to here. And I'm going to join this from here to here. Okay. So alright, after doing that, I'm going to project the diameter of this other circle, this bigger circle here. I project that circle of diameter 12. I project it also horizontally, and that is what I'm doing right now. Okay, so having it in that order, I'm going to pick my ruler. Okay, from this midpoint now, I'm going to measure mark of 6 towards the left, mark of 6 towards the right, and I'm going to what? Project that vertically like this. Thin line. Okay, thin line 1, and right here, that's what? 2. So having that now, so I'm going to draw this now. Thin line with thin line. Okay, hidden line like this and like this. So after that now, what's left for us to actually do here? What's left for us? Okay, the only thing left for us now is to get this mark. Okay, so you pick your angle 45 degrees set square. Okay, so looking from this junction here, from this midpoint here with 45 degrees. Okay, ensure you set your t-square very well. With 45 degrees from that junction, I'm going to draw upwards. Do you see that? I'm drawing upwards. So projecting upwards now, projecting upwards. This line coming wherever it touches this area here, I project it downwards. Do you see? I project that downwards. Thin line first of all, then this other mark here, wherever it touches this line here. Okay, so do you see the trace? See the trace? This coming here, it touches it here. I project downward also. I project this downward also. Okay, so as it is right there, so I'm going to be having hidden line all through this area. Now I'm going to be having hidden line all through this area like this. So from on this mark, it will be what? Hidden line like this, and on this mark it will be what? Hidden line like this. Okay, like that. So what's next? Okay, so yeah, the next thing is this particular circle now, this circle of diameter 12. Okay, we also feature that as hidden. So the hidden line here is going to be here. Okay, see, like this. It's going to be hidden to this mark, and right here also it's going to be what? Hidden right here also, like that. So that is for this circle right there. Okay, So that is that about that. So this end view is complete now. As it is what it is complete. So to now develop our full plan, so I'm going to project, we'll be projecting this edge. Okay, this edge, okay, project it what upwards. You see, wherever it touches this line we stop, and this edge also we project it what upwards. Wherever it touches this line we stop. So wherever it touches it, we project those areas what horizontally. So from this point now, I project this way. Do you see that? Then this is the second mark right here. The second point is this. Okay, so that second point, I project that also what horizontally. Okay, so now I'm having this mark and I'm having what this mark. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to join okay, so I won't finish join. Okay, this mark ends here. So from this area here, okay, I'm going to draw this mark downward here like this. All right, then this second mark, which is this right here, okay, I'm going to draw this one also downward like this. Tick. Then I'm going to what close this right here like this. All right, so after doing that, what is the next mark? So I'm also going to project this one also upwards. Our circle of diameter 66 here, this area on this axis here like this. I'm projecting this what upwards. Okay, ensuring it touches that line of 45 degree here. Okay, then on this area also I project this what upwards, ensuring it touches this line of 45 degree here. So it touches this one right here. So from this junction I project horizontally till it gets here. Then coming here, this way it touches. So from here I project what horizontally till it touches here. So what does that imply? That implies that I'll be pulling this line now from here. Okay, from here as it is now. Okay, right here. Okay, from here to the top right there like this. You see that? Then from here like this, and from here like this. Okay, so what is the next step now? The next step is to show that circle that is actually at the top right here, and the center of that circle you can see tracing our point. So this midpoint. Okay, so this is it right here. So then from this midpoint I'm going to project it horizontally like this. Can you see that? So projecting that midpoint horizontally, it intersects with this area right here. So I'm going to pick my compass and measure radius radius 6, because the diameter here is 12, radius 6. With radius 6 I sit right at this junction. Then I draw. You can see that I draw that circle. Okay, that is not all yet. Okay, so you can see this edge here. Yeah, we need to project as that also. Okay, so I pick my set square. Okay, from here, this edge here, where our circle touches this area here, this area and this area, I project it upwards. You see that? Projecting it upwards, touching our 45 degree line here, I project it horizontally also like this. So projecting it horizontally, I will thicken it on this area like this. I will thicken it like this. Okay, I'm going to thicken it that way. All right, then on the other side, which is here also. Okay, here and here, can you see that? So I'm going to project it upward also, touching that line of 45 degree right there. I project it horizontally also like this. Horizontally projecting it touches it here. So I'm going to thicken it also like this. So as it is now, this is the complete orthographic view of that object on the screen in third angle. So this is the plan, this is the front, and this is the end view. Kindly ensure you refer this video to friends who might be in need of it. And also you can follow us on our YouTube channel at Michael Tech, and also on our social media platform. Thank you.